So who would have thought that in 2024 we would see Majora's Mask on the PC? Probably a lot of people actually who've been following the Recompile, but this is decompiled. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter say they either hate this version or they love it. If you don't know what it is, it's essentially kind of like an upscaled version that is playable on the PC. It doesn't use any sort of emulators. As far as I'm aware, it's like its own little program. So we're kind of just going to test and see how this plays. And maybe just take a look at some of the complaints that people are having. I don't know if you can tell right now. So currently I'm playing this at my monitor refresh rate. So by default, Majora's Mask plays at 20 FPS. And this is buttery smooth. We're currently playing this at 144. We are recording at 60 though, so you'll probably see it at 60 frames per second. And that's probably been one of the biggest complaints. People are complaining about how this game looks. They say it looks too smooth, which makes it look really weird. And I kind of see where they're coming from. It is super strange to adjust to this. So I've already played through first cycle. I just wanted to get that out of the way with because it's boring to watch and not want to see that. So I'm kind of a bit more used to it, but it was strange at first to go from 20 FPS 4x3 to 144 at 16:9. One of the awesome things about this though is the input delay it feels non-existent. Everything feels super responsive. It's really, really nice to play. And once you sort of play for a couple of minutes, you really get used to the increased frame rate. So I'm going to be getting just ISG here off this sign. Okay, hold up. So what is ISG? ISG stands for Infinite Sword Glitch, and it's performed by interrupting a crouch stab. This can be done by reading signs, picking up bombs, or activating text boxes whilst the sword is at its vertical apex. You can tell we've got this glitch because the sword will actually glow white. This is actually Link's sword, constantly active without needing to swing it, meaning that anything that collides with it will take damage. Also, once Link's in this mode, he loses the ability to jump off objects and will not be able to fall off ledges. I'm going to try to get ISG here off this sign. And we're going to be testing out just some fun glitches and tricks just to see if this differs from any other version of the game. I suspect probably not, but we'll find out. And with ISG, we're just going to be bomb hovering. Okay, so let's quickly explain bomb hovering. When using Infinite Sword Glitch and backflipping into shieldable damage, Link can hover in the air and reach out-of-bound areas not intended for the player. This is easily one of the most useful techniques in the game. To hover, all you need to do is have damage hit your shield. Bombs and bomb chews are the easiest way to do this, but any enemy damage will do. We're going to get out of bounds and we're going to hit the out of bounds owl. So immediately, probably because of the responsiveness, this feels really nice to do. I don't know if you've played Majora's Mask on a laggy system, but it's awful. I've been playing this on Nintendo Switch Online literally just before this came out. I just played through the whole game on Nintendo Switch, and yeah, this feels kind of crazy how smooth it is. I'm also playing this with a GameCube controller. It's super easy just to plug and play any controller and bind it as you want. Yeah, the GameCube controller is what I played through when I played this on emulator before, and I played it on VC. So it's my preferred controller to use anyway. So the fact that that was just plug and play was really nice for me. So I've played through Majora's Mask. Like I said, we've just finished it on Nintendo Switch Online. I've beaten it on emulator. I've beaten it on original hardware. And I've sunk in countless hours into Majora's Mask 3D. I actually used to speedrun that game. So I'd like to think I'm qualified enough to sort of have an opinion on this. But yeah, so far everything feels really good. I'm just going to try and do a bomb slide here. I suck at this trick. Like, really bad. I don't even know why I'm trying this. I'm so bad at bomb slides. I've never been able to get them consistently. But yeah, so far, I mean, my initial impressions are pretty nice. I really want to... I want to test out Zora swimming and Goron rolling. Because I think those are where this improvement in FPS are really going to shine. So what we're going to be doing is using the out of bounds owl. We're going to be doing some tricks to get an index warp, which is going to let us get to the Goron of Zora faster than usual. Index warp is a trick that allows Link to warp to any regular owl statue without having to have already activated the statue. The main requirement for performing this glitch is that the player has to have activated the out of bounds statue. Normally, when no statue is being hit, playing the Song of Soaring brings up a message explaining that you must first hit a statue in order to soar anywhere. However, if you hit the out of bounds statue, the game knows that a statue has been hit and therefore allows you to bring up the Song of Soaring menu. So again, I'm just going to be grabbing ISG here, and we're going to be doing some bomb hovers. So ISG the bomb, and we're going to climb up this wall and skip to Deku Palace. So for anyone who doesn't know, when you enter a grotto, all the other grottos are loaded. They're just... The textures aren't loaded, but the actual maps are. I'm just going to wait for these to go because I don't want it to induce any like unnecessary lag. Not that I don't think it actually will, but I know... Whoa. Okay, so bomb hovers feel really weird. I think probably what's happening here is because I've been playing this on Nintendo Switch Online. I've got so used to the input delay that I'm releasing way too early. So I imagine if I'm playing on Switch Online, when I'm dropping the bombs, because of there's like half a second input delay, my timing's just completely off. So that's really weird. I suspect that's more a me issue and not the fact that this is playing at like 144 FPS. Although, that's probably worded poorly. The game itself, as far as I understand, isn't playing at 144 FPS. The game's still running at... Oh my gosh, that was terrible. The game's still running at 20. So, everything mechanically should still work because the game receives the same inputs. However, visually it is... I don't know how it works. Visually... I'm going to run out of bombs. Oh god. Visually, it's much faster. So I don't know if that was messing with my timings, maybe. But I'd blame it on Nintendo Switch Online. Just for my muscle memory being really poor. So yeah, we've climbed up the wall with the bomb hovers. And we've backflipped into another grotto. And although the grotto's textures aren't there, the grotto is. So we can use the entrance or exit. And exit where that grotto would be. Skipping us straight to Deku Palace. Whilst I'm here, because I've got some bombs, I might just pick up the song off the monkey. I know originally I was planning on just getting the Deku and Zora mask, but in case I decide to continue playing, I might just pick this up now. Hopefully I don't mess this up, because I've only got like 1 attempt at ISG and 3 attempts at hovering. Okay, ISG's fine. Oh. Okay, one last chance. Okay. So yeah, we can just skip this whole section pretty much by using a bomb hover to get up on there. Actually, having widescreen here feels really good. I've always hated going from one of the platforms to here, just because you have such a narrow field of view. But having that extra frame made that feel way better. Just being able to see where the other platform is whilst you're in the bud. That was really nice. Also, I don't know if you'd noticed, I'd not mentioned this. On the left-hand side of the screen, underneath the health, we have our D-pad, and that by default it's got our Deku mask on and our ocarina. I suspect, obviously you have 4 inputs on the D-pad. I suspect 3 of them will be the transformation masks, the 4th the ocarina. That's really good, because I always found it a nightmare having to hold a C button input for any of the masks or the ocarina. So being able to have those off, the C buttons, is actually really nice. I know you can do this on the PC port of Ocarina of Time as well. I've actually not played through that. But yeah, that's just such a great quality of life improvement. I also heard they're going to be introducing way more quality of life improvements to this. I read that they're going to be adding ray tracing, which is going to be really awesome. a proper right analog stick camera, like in a newer game. So think Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild. That'd be really awesome. It also has a really nice sort of keyboard and mouse support control scheme built into it. So if they were to add sort of a camera movement, I think it could be really fun to play this game keyboard and mouse, to be honest. That'd be a really fun way to play. Hopefully that gets added soon, and I'd love to see what this looks like as ray tracing. Obviously everything's like upscaled as much as it can be. I don't think the textures are particularly high resolution, but like the edges of objects are really crisp. Like the lighting looks really good. Oh, there's a hole in the floor. That's there in the original though, so I wouldn't worry about that. Okay, I'm waffling. Let's go get the Song of Soaring. So you may have obviously noticed we haven't hit any of the owl statues apart from the one that was out of bounds. So we do that so we can get the Song of Soaring and trigger a glitch called Index Warp. And yeah, we'll use Index Warp just to get the Goron and Zora masks nice and early and give them a test. This whole area looks really nice, actually. I obviously I've never played the game looking this good. Even when I played on an emulator, there's always like weird texture bugs or lighting bugs, and it definitely doesn't look this nice online. But I don't know if it's just the fact that it's widescreen, but even like the colors look really nice. Everything looks really bright. Yeah, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. And I'll be honest, I'm instantly used to this high frame rate. Everything is just really impressive so far. I can see why at a glance the extra frames may make it look kind of unnatural, but in instances where like this camera's panning around, it just looks super smooth. I'm baffled by how impressed I am at this, to be honest. Okay, so we've got a Song of Soaring, but we don't have any owls, so where do we warp to? Well, because we hit the out of bounds owl, when we play the Song of Soaring, it's going to let us warp to... No, I don't say a random place. The place you warp to relates to where your cursor is on the map screen of the pause menu. So we set it to Deku Palace, which means we can warp to Mountain Village. And obviously that's cool for us, 'cause it means we can get the Goron mask without having to play through the whole game. And we can really just test out what these characters look like in this version without having to commit loads of time. Oh my gosh, I walk like so slow in snow. Am I dumb? Let's just roll. Let's take a look at this guy's face up close. Man, look how sharp this is. Everything's so sharp and crisp. I would say 100% right now, if you are wanting to play casually and you're fine to sit at a PC, I mean, it's not like a super demanding game either. I've got this on max settings and this runs off my laptop no problem. So yeah, if you're happy to like sit at a computer and play, like this so far absolutely trumps the Nintendo Switch Online version. Okay, so I wonder if the lens of truth extends to the side of the screen, because I'm sure I've seen videos. I don't know if it was on this. I don't think it was this one, but maybe like a widescreen mod. Okay, it does extend to the end of the screen. Okay, I've definitely seen a widescreen mod of a Zelda game. Could have been Ocarina of Time, where the lens of truth didn't extend to the end of screens and would cut off where the 4:3 ratio ends. And it was always really jarring. But the fact that it doesn't is pretty nice. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know if there's like what kind of lighting they use in this room, or it's just the combination of the colours and everything, but like this looks fantastic. Even like the purple light shining on the Goron here looks so good. I'm insanely impressed. I've been in this room like a 100 times at least. I'm playing the wrong song. Okay, what's the right song here? Yeah, I was playing Song of Time. But yeah, I've been in this stream so many times. I don't think I've ever noticed how good it looks in here. Like, it's the lighting or what, but this looks crazy. So another thing I heard or read is that obviously the way the decompile works is it's just using all the original files. It's not like putting them through any weird drivers or I don't know how to word it, but I've heard it's the most accurate audio you can get as well, and it does really feel that way. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but the audio feels HD compared to, I mean, maybe because I've just played it on like shitty systems before, but wow, the Goron feels smooth. Oh, don't talk to me, man. Alright, let's just get one quick roll in. No, nice. I instantly regret doing this. Oh well, the Leaping Hearts, I apologise, actually, are going to get a bit annoying. So, we've just played the Song of Soaring. If you play it without anything on the map, and you have the Out of Bounds Owl, it will just take you to Great Bay, which is perfect for us, because we can just go straight and get the Zora. This whole area looks really nice as well. It must be a lighting thing that I've just not picked up on before, but it looks really good. So far as well, all the cutscenes seem to be working fine without the crop. I know there's, when leaving Clocktown, there was that, you could see a bit of untextured sort of background, but other than that, it's been pretty good. I know in the intro, actually, the fairies, it's like Tattle and Teal, when they're like out of the aspect ratio 4:3, they kind of just freeze on screen. So that was a bit weird to see, but literally other than that, everything has looked really good so far. Certainly nothing to take away from your like playing experience, that's for sure. And yeah, as you can see, we don't have any of the mass on the C buttons, so we can just use that D-pad information on the left, which is really nice. Oh my gosh, this feels sick. I mean, I'm always a bit biased because like swimming in the sea as the Zora was like my favorite thing to do as a kid. When I was playing this game, I thought it was so fun. But yeah, this is like so buttery smooth. This is such a good mechanic. They should bring this back. Why can you not do this in more Zelda games? Okay, I think just for comparison, actually, so this is the whole graphics like settings. I'm gonna put this on the original frame rate because we've been playing this 144. Oh my gosh, this is like compared going back down to 20. This feels crazy that like anyone would ever play at this frame rate. I know obviously it's probably fine once you get used to it, but maybe it's in combination with the higher resolution. But that was kind of insane, actually. Okay, oof, and now it's buttery smooth again. I'm converted, honestly. I generally, after seeing clips on like Twitter, was in agreement that this game looks better at 20 at like a native resolution, but I am just completely of a different mindset right now. I think this is the best way to play Majora's Mask. I genuinely think if you want to play the game, play it this way. But that's the Zora. Let's go see what the Goron is like. So yeah, we can index warp and get ourselves to pretty much Termina Field. We could, if we had bombs, just bomb hover over the wall. Oh, we do have bombs. I'm bad. Just bomb hover over the wall. Although we don't have any bomb shoes. Never mind. Alright, it's a pretty good ramp here as well, actually. Let's get a nice jump in and just sort of see. Wow. I don't think it looks visually as smooth. Probably just because like the way the Goron spikes are. But man, it feels so much nicer. I used to actually really not enjoy rolling around as the Goron as much because I found it quite difficult to control. But I generally think maybe that was just a frame rate thing, and being able to see not only like more frames but more of the screen makes it actually feel much more enjoyable. Let's test it again on 20 just to sort of see how this compares a bit. Oh, it's really weird. It feels like the game's... It doesn't feel... It feels the same, really. It looks like the game's lagging. I think it's probably not as noticeable with the Goron as it was the Zora. However, I generally think I prefer playing at the higher frame rate. Which is actually really shocking to me. Okay, it probably is actually sizably noticeable. Now I'm comparing the two. Okay, so one of the things I actually wanted to test whilst we were out of bounds was just to see how the implementation of autosave may affect saving with owl statues. And particularly I just wanted to test this owl statue because I know it has a strange property already when saving. Okay, so let's just load back into the game. And this should take us to the mayor's office. Residence. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I don't know why I expected anything different to happen, but I just thought it'd be interesting to test anyway. But this is totally normal. So, nice. Okay, so another thing I wanted to test really quick is just to see how the game handles a crash. So normally if you move the cursor during the index warp menu, the game will just... Okay, yeah, so the game has completely frozen. Normally if you play emulator and it crashes, you get a little nice error message. But I'm actually failing to close this right now. I am closing it off my tasks while nothing is happening. So yeah, note to self, try not to crash the game because it does really crash. Hey, it's the end of the video. If you made it this far, please consider liking, commenting and subscribing. It really helps me out. This is such a small channel, it's highly unlikely you'll see my stuff in the recommended. So every interaction really does help. Thank you.